Ben, how's it been going?
It's been going good. Thank you for having me.
How's DRIPBaR?
DRIPBaR is going good. DRIPBaR is very good.
Right. How long have you had that business?
So I franchised it in September of 2019.
Right.
We launched, grew it, and currently we have 21 locations open, and we're opening 1 to 2 a week for the foreseeable future.
Right. So what is it that tell us a bit about what DRIPBaR does. Who's the target audience?
Sure. So I like to explain it as it's a simple and a sophisticated business. It's built upon 5 pillars of revenue. And I like to call them pillars because they're not only revenue streams on a P&L, but they're also marketing avatars that we go after when the locations are open. The first is lifestyle drips. They're for people that are healthy. We have 17 of them. They're for clients that are 30 plus, male, female, average household income of around $75,000. We have like jet setters for those that travel a lot, pre and post-op for people dealing with surgery. To date, our number one drip has been the Power Pack for energy, mental clarity, and focus. But since COVID, the number one has been the Shield to boost one's immune system.
Right.
We also do health support drips, which have real research and evidence behind them. We do high-dose vitamin C to help clients with cancer because it's shown to kill cancer cells. It helps with people that are in remission and going through chemotherapy. So that is a whole other demographic that we go after.
So
male, female, 45 plus. Absolutely. Absolutely. But then with pillar 3, we do our additional services like Botox, hydrofacial, red light therapy, infrared sauna. We have a robust mobile component as well to be able to deliver these to people at their house, office, or into a hotel. We do shots, and pillar 5 is oral supplements. So we have a whole retail line of oral supplements, both private label and through full scripts, that is pretty robust, and we're able to coach and help people achieve what we call cellular health. And I think that that's the future of tracking. Fitness, there's a lot of tracking opportunities through wearables. But once you start tracking your cellular health and how your body is changing and improving, it helps boost longevity from what we've seen.
Right. So I've done it before. I did it when I had COVID a few years ago. I had someone suggested I got a vitamin C and a mixture of a few other things, and it did actually, like within a couple of days, I don't know whether it was just that or a
or
coincidence.
Placebo. You're right.
But things seem to kind of accelerate in terms of getting better. It was called there was a name of it now.
Probably the Myers cocktail.
Myers cocktail,
Yeah, it's interesting because the Myers cocktail, a lot of people don't know about it. Well, people know about it, and it's marketed as the Myers cocktail. But if you look at the definition, it's just vitamins in a bag.
Right.
So there is no real set ingredients that goes into it. It's just vitamins in a bag. Doctor throws anything in there, calls it a Myers cocktail, and boom, you have it.
Right.
And that's the beauty of what we've done as a franchise. We've standardized everything to really be able to scale and safely grow and help clients.
So what's the research into this? Because you read different things, and it's difficult to know kind of who to follow. And they say, if you take vitamins, they don't always get absorbed. If you do them intravenously, they're going to be absorbed a lot. But I noticed a lot come out as well when you do that. So is there some really good research into say that this is really beneficial as opposed to kind of a lot of the supplement industry that's a little bit can be quite gimmicky.
Yep. Yeah, there's a good amount of research out there, and you're going to have your 50-50 people out there, your naysayers. But the facts are when you do anything IV, it absorbs at a greater rate than when taken orally because it doesn't have to go through the stomach and the liver and then metabolize and then be absorbed into the body. So with IVs, there's the ability to create more of a therapeutic effect by doing IVs. As far as health support, there have been quite a few studies on chelation as the TAC1, TAC2 trials. Chelation is a process of removing heavy metals from the body. And by doing so, it's shown to help with heart disease, dementia, early onset, diabetes, and such. So there's a lot of research studies and evidence. There have been government-backed, double-blind, placebo-controlled studies that showed evidence that people that did chelation had a reduced events of cardiac events post-doing chelation. There's also a good amount of research out there for high-dose vitamin C. A lot of the metabolic information comes from Canada. So up in Canada, they're doing a lot of this, and they've been ahead of the game more so than here. We actually have franchisees that are coming down from Canada that are going to be on our research and development team to further develop the cancer protocols. Another nice way to support, we actually have a franchisee, husband and wife, they're both oncologists that have read the research, see the data, and now they're becoming part of DRIPBaR because they see it as a very useful parallel treatment of care.
Right. And what are some of the other things then that people are using outside of like the regular vitamin? Are there? You talked about some of the longevity. I think you used that. So what are people putting in their arm in that instance? Is it are there sort of like these new formulations that are kind of quite effective that have not been around before? Yeah.
So there's chelation is very good. Removing heavy metals, toxic heavy metals from the body is important. It's like a cellular health cleanse also. Right. Most recently, NAD has been the most interesting one out there. There's not a lot of research and evidence on it. I've done it. It's amazing.
Everyone. I was speaking to someone on Friday who was telling me that he did. It's quite expensive, isn't it? And you've got to have it done, and a bit painful. Is that right?
Yeah, it depends upon where you go in the protocols. There are some outlandish protocols out there right now. And, you notice it. So there are people that have those stories. You don't feel well, you feel nauseous, makes you feel sick, but it makes you feel awesome when it's done. But we err on the side of judgment on good medical ethics. We don't go to those high levels that some of our competitors do. We want to really be grounded in medical efficacy, in safety for our clients. Our clients are looking for it. NAD has also just modified from a 503 to a 503A, from B to A.
What does that mean?
So meaning it can no longer just be bought from a pharmacy and then held on the shelf. It needs to be prescription specific. So if I want to do NAD, I need to go do an initial evaluation with our medical directors, and then they prescribe NAD. So the bottle comes, obviously, with my name on it, and that would be the only way to be able to use NAD at this point.
Is that both the oral and the
Nope. It's just the IV.
Okay.
Just the IV. Same thing with NAD orally. It still has to go through the body. It doesn't all absorb at the end of the day. Once it hits your cellular level, whatever you took in, maybe 5, 10, 15% is actually being absorbed in the body.
Right. And with that then, because I was interested in trying it, because my friend did it, and he said and I think he uses it quite regularly. I don't know whether it's monthly or something, and then he has oral with it, but he just said it was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
So what does it do to you, and why do you feel like really good?
So not being a doctor,
you don't know.
I want to stay far away from that because there's not a lot of research on NAD. It's specific IV in our competitors, but it helps improve mitochondrial function. It makes the mitochondria move, I guess, quicker, gives it more energy. What happened to me when I just had a little bit mixed with another drip at the time, it made everything brighter. I could see better. We have franchisees that said that they did it and they forgot their reading glasses, or they forgot their glasses and they could see better. So it, helps that. They've had more energy, more focus. So I think it's a very interesting biohack opportunity. But truly, at the DRIPBaR, we're able to create more data and research, and then that's what we're pushing out to our clients, because we want the best effects and the best outcomes for clients, but we are unwilling to go aggressively into that just to be part of the cool group that the other competitors are doing. The other competitors are not at the level that we are at with pharmacy, with the way that we run and operate the business. We've just held ourselves to another standard that the industry hasn't accepted at this point. But it's going very well for our clients and our franchisees.
So do you have these attached to any other fitness areas? Like, do you kind of partner up with some of the people like that are here today,
Sure.
studios, gyms, or within those, or are they all generally all standalone?
So currently we have 21 locations. They're all standalone. We are going into health clubs now. Actually, we're taking over quite a few, not taking over, replacing childcare in quite a few locations. So it's the DRIPBaR at. So we're co-branding locations. We go in, we retrofit either 400 to 1,000 square feet. We have all the branding, marketing, advertising. It's a really good opportunity for not only the health club owner, but for DRIPBaR. It's a very strong captured audience of health-focused people. And I think creating cellular health and leveraging the DRIPBaR is where is going to complement the fitness industry quite well.
Is there specialist type of people that you have to, I guess you are, do you have to have like doctors or nurses or something to deliver that?
At a site level, it's only an RN. Some states it could be less than an RN, like a paramedic, for instance. But that's on a state-by-state basis. As far as the medical oversight, we've created a national medical director group. So it's led by one doctor who's registered in all 50 states. But then he has the redundancy of a doctor in every state or multiple doctors in every state. So our medical director and medical leadership team has over 50 doctors associated with it. And that covers us to do DRIPBaR wherever, not only at a location, but when we're doing mobile.
Right. And financially then, for people who want to get in a franchise, like, is it, what can you share about how much of a interesting financial opportunity it is?
Yeah, so because we're a franchise, we have to stay specific in the realm of the franchise documents. The cost to open is anywhere from $130 to $330, typically. The biggest reason for that range is the cost of construction. Right. We don't know what it costs we don't know what space a franchisee is going to decide to take. So that might cost a little more, might cost a little less. We also don't know how much money the landlord's going to provide. Everything else we have very fixed and focused. Our FF&E is $42,000, so that's easily replicable and scaling. We don't have any problems with any of our supply chain to open. As far as performance, last year at our affiliate store, which is a corporate store, so it's not a franchise, doesn't pay a royalty, but just drips, like I said, pillar 1 and 2, health support, lifestyle drips. They did $804 gross revenue at a 58% profit margin. So they made $465,000 last year.
On one location.
Profit on one location in Warwick, Rhode Island, of all places.
I don't know that, but
yeah. So Warwick, Rhode Island, within a 5-mile radius, there's less than 100,000 people, and the average household income is right around $75,000. So it's not an affluent area, it's not a dense area, but it's a good area, and it's created a really nice proof of concept that we've been able to leverage into an entire franchise opportunity. So we're excited. 21 now. By this time next year, we'll have 100 locations open.
And are you seeing similar performance from some of your others?
Yeah, they're all on a very comparable hockey stick ramp up. We as a franchise company are continually supporting the franchisees. We're adding new marketing and advertising. We're adding more mobile components. Our app that's going to be launched at the end of May will also give them the brand extension to be like the Uber Eats of IVs. So we see a really exciting trend and a growth opportunity for all of our sites.
My guess is the marketing, getting people in the door, is the biggest challenge. Would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I come from the health club industry. I've brought on quite a few people from the health club industry that understand sales. So we launch these businesses the same way as any of the exponential brands and Orange Theory. We do 2 months of pre-sale. We then hold locations in 60 to 90 days of like a refinement soft opening period, and then we open. You know, we are a membership-based opportunity.
Right.
And
so how does that work then? What's a standard membership look like?
Sure. So we have 3 different tiers of membership, depending upon what level. NAD obviously being the highest membership. And it's just paying on a recurring basis, a single drip per month, and then discounts off everything else that goes on inside the DRIPBaR.
And typically, what would someone pay them per month for a standard drip?
So as a membership, it ranges anywhere from $140 to $300 per month. The average cost of a drip back in 2021, just as far as people coming in off the street, was $176.18 to be, general. So, yeah, people are willing to pay. They're recognizing the value. I think a core competency of our marketing and advertising is that we focus on education. You know, the more we educate through our marketing, the more people join. Right. You know, the IV industry originally that started 20 years ago, the education on it being the hangover cure was what stuck. Everybody knows IVs as the hangover cure. But again, that goes into the marketing and the education through the marketing. Now that we're coming out and we're educating, get a power pack for energy. You know, you're worried about cancer, high dose of vitamin C is an option for you to consider. Heart disease, chelation, those various things. The more we market and advertise and grow, then you get the sticky, because I had so many conversations last night about the hangover cure, right? Like, when I'm hungover, I will pay anything. Well, then put yourself in the same mindset when you're tired and you need energy. Maybe you'll pay anything. If you're worried about cancer, you'll probably pay anything. It's not really marketing. It's not anything. It's educating the general public as to the research that's out there, showing them the opportunity that there are other options. And we're not replacing, traditional medicine. We're a parallel treatment of care.
Do you think that it's likely to be popular in certain areas first? Like obviously on the East Coast, there's even, if you look at this event here with all the boutique studios, it tends to kind of start here, and then on the West Coast, LA. Are you seeing that it will start to get accepted in some of those areas before some of the others, or are you seeing a general awareness across the country?
Yeah, so when I launched the franchise system, I figured it was going to be on the coasts. That's definitely happened, but we're filling in a lot quicker than I would have ever expected. We're opening in Michigan. We're in Kansas City. We're going throughout the Midwest, Minnesota, Indiana. We're in Colorado, Las Vegas, and Utah. So, very completely different opportunities. I think our competition that focuses on the hangover hotspots are going to be stuck in those markets. But with us opening up the opportunity, opening up the market share, there are people everywhere that want to live long, healthy lives. There are also people there that have cancer, heart disease, dementia. They want to do as much as they can to be healthy, to stave off those things showing up. Maybe you have family history. So there's a lot of opportunities for the DRIPBaR because we've taken such a more medical professional approach and really focused on the pharmacy side of things.
Yeah. And what about international? Are you planning to do anything overseas at any point, or is there certain restrictions because of the materials or the chemicals?
Yeah, there aren't any restrictions that I've seen at this time. We have had I'd say a few conversations internationally. We A lot of people have reached out about Dubai, Abu Dhabi, the whole GCC area. I've talked to India. We're talking to Canada. So there's a lot of opportunities. In my previous business, we did 11 international deals. That was in the fitness industry, so I have quite a bit of experience. One interesting thing that's happening in the franchise industry right now is there's a lot of E2 visas coming into the U.S.
I've got one.
Yeah. So we have E2s. Hotspots are Canada and Argentina.
Right.
They just keep showing up. Everyone wants to move to Miami.
Yeah, I'm tempted now. I'm thinking about that. It sounds an interesting one.
Yeah, absolutely. But
even if it's just to get cheap NID.
Absolutely. You now know a guy, right?
Well, very good. Well, look, thanks very much. We'll put all your details for anyone who's listening that might be interested. It sounds like a great compliment for training studios to be able to have this as a sort of a complementary revenue stream, particularly for people who are probably looking for other options. I know Julian was talking about that yesterday, having alternative revenue streams as well as your membership. So it sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Look forward to the future.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you.